Hey everyone, John Benya here with eXp Realty in Maryland, and I am here to talk about the 5 mistakes that first-time home buyers commonly make when buying a house here in Maryland. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on in.
One look and I breathe.
So number 1 on our list of mistakes that first-time home buyers commonly make is probably the most critical mistake that I see happen, and that is not getting a home inspection when you're buying your first home. Now, I know that right now it may be a competitive market for buyers. There's just not enough inventory on the market. I get that. And at the same time, if you're buying your first home and you're not getting a home inspection, there are so many things that you can very easily miss that could cost you a fortune down the road.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
It's really important that you make sure that when you're working with your agent to get a home under contract, you are keeping a home inspection contingency in the contract. Super important. Don't miss out on it. The second mistake that I see first-time home buyers making here in Maryland is buying at the absolute peak of your budget. Now, I know that it's exciting to buy your first home, and when you see an approval letter come in from a lender that says you're approved up to, say, $400,000, it can be really easy to immediately go out and start looking at houses that are going to cost $400,000. But I recommend that you take a step back.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And look at houses that are going to be in the maybe $325,000 to $350,000 range instead. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to give you a lot more breathing room on your monthly payments when it comes to cutting that check every month for the mortgage. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of fun, it may not be sexy, but buying within your budget or under your budget is absolutely critical to the long-term health and success of your financial situation. Number 3, and this is a really big mistake that I see, and it's very easy to make, and that's not having enough cash reserves in your budget to buy your first home. Now, you may have enough money to pay for the earnest money and the down payment and the closing costs and the inspection and the appraisal and all of those things, but it's really important, and a lot of people miss this, so listen up. It's really important that you have cash reserves in case and when anything breaks in the house. Because as you find out in your home ownership path, there are things that are going to happen. You're going to wake up one morning and find out that your hot water heater has flooded out. Or you're going to turn your heat on for the first time one winter and discover that your HVAC system isn't working properly anymore. And those fixes can very easily be $5,000 to $10,000 in repairs. And if you don't have that cash on hand, you could find yourself in big trouble real fast. So I think it's really important to budget in such a way that you have cash reserves in case anything goes wrong. You have money liquid, easily at hand to be able to handle those issues. Number 4, and I made this mistake myself when I bought my first house, and that is not addressing the issues that are given to you on your home inspection report by your home inspector. When I bought my first house, the home inspection report told me that the HVAC system was at the end of its functional life, meaning that it still worked now, but was not likely to work for very much longer. Well, I didn't pay attention to that. I went ahead and bought the house because I was excited about owning my first home. And sure enough, 6 months later, the HVAC stopped working. That turned into a $10,000 repair job for me. So I was not prepared to fork out that kind of money, and it really hurt. Whereas if I had addressed that issue properly, so I could have gone out and as a preventative measure, gotten a home warranty on the property. That would have covered any repair or replacement of my HVAC system. But again, I was trying to save money. It was my first home. I didn't think that buying a home warranty would really be necessary. So I made that mistake and I learned from it. And now I highly, highly recommend that when you are buying your first home, you address the deferred maintenance issues or the concerns that the home inspector brings up. And coming in at number 5 on our list is not applying for the homestead tax credit here in Maryland. You see, the homestead tax credit is a way to prevent your property taxes from going up too high, too fast by doing what they call homesteading. You don't have to do any extra work aside from put the application in. It doesn't cost any money to do it, but it protects you from large increases year over year in your property tax bill. And that's huge. So if you're not doing that and you own your home in Maryland already, go to the Maryland state website, get the homestead tax credit application and fill it out. You'll be really glad you did and you'll thank me later. So that's my list of 5 mistakes that home buyers commonly make when buying their first home here in Maryland. If I've missed anything or you'd like to add something to the list, please, please, please shoot me a comment down below, like and subscribe to get more updates and more videos like this on YouTube, and I will see you guys later. Have a great one, everybody.